Hello and welcome everyone. Fleischer 6 will have me searching the map in hopes of breaking a heart. Albertina Fleischer wants me to take one down nice and quick. The mission objective is to simply harvest a female red deer downed with a vital hit to the heart. There's no restriction on location for this one, and since red deer don't have a home range in Hirsch, I can hunt them anywhere I'd like. So aside from needing to shoot a female red deer in the heart, it's a pretty loose objective. But even though red deer are fairly large animals, their heart is still a smaller target to hit, so I suspect it might take several attempts to complete the mission. I can passively keep an eye out for hinds while roaming the map, or I can actively target reds in their need zones. And since reds have good senses overall, I'll keep my eye on my wind and visibility as I go, and try to spot them before they spot me. Red deer are Class 6 animals, so a high-powered weapon with good penetrating ammo will be the key. I can use something like the 12 gauge with slugs, the 420 grain arrows, or the 454 pistol for short-range options. But my best bet for a vanilla weapon will be a rifle, like the 7mm Regent Magnum with polymer tip bullets, because the scopes will certainly help with accuracy. I could also lure them in closer by using the red deer collar, but I'm not at a high enough level to unlock it yet, so I'll have to go without for now. As predicted, it would take a handful of tries before I found the mark. First, I conveniently found myself at the Petersine outpost during red deer drink time. While in transit, I noticed the reeds got pretty thick up ahead, so I decided to find a perch on top of a nearby cliff instead. I saw that she was down, but I didn't drop her instantly, which wasn't a good sign. As I suspected, I only hit a lung and missed the heart. Next, I moved on to the Schoenfeld outpost to search for red deer at the lake to the west. There, I found another herd as well. And there I had similar results. By now, the red deer drink time was over, so I went back to the Schoenfeld outpost and headed east to the fields in search of reds in the rest zones. As I got closer to the windmills, I had some better luck. And I dropped her in her tracks. Encouraging, but when I went over to harvest her, I discovered that I hadn't led her enough to hit the heart. Down but not out, I claimed the harvest and fast-traveled to the Schoenfeld Eastern Outpost. My plan was to follow the roads and keep an eye on the fields. The Reds' afternoon rest time is pretty short, so I expected to see some crossing through the fields during the zone change. And a short distance down the road, I caught a sign. In the group was a hind. In hopes that the herd would emerge from the tree line, I sidestepped my way up a small rise and waited for them to appear. She took off back the way she came, but still had full health. I headed on over to see what went wrong, hoping that I might get another shot at her in the woods. As suspected, I found non-vital blood, and missed the heart again. In anticipation of not spooking them a second time, I slowly proceeded to track her blood trail, and found that I had hunting pressure. This time I hung back and watched. There was a small lake nearby, and as I looked across, I spotted them on the other side. When they began to come around the far side of the lake, I decided to make a move. Hoping to intercept them, I cautiously hiked southwest around the lake and into the woods. and much to my delight, they appeared as I had hoped. I was encouraged to see she dropped where she stood. At long last, I had hit the mark. No trophy score for her, as she's a level 1 female. But the prize was the placement of the shot itself. The 7mm plowed through her humerus and right lung before hitting her in the heart. Breathing a sigh of relief, I accepted the harvest and completed the mission. The mission was over, but I didn't want to leave my extra cash just lying around in the woods all willy-nilly. So I went back to find the hind from before. Eventually, I found her near some rocks on the other side of the lake. She's also a level 1 trivial, but still brought in an extra 821 cash. This shot landed just a little too far to the left, and somehow slid between her arm and her lung. After pocketing the money, I called it a day. They say aim small and miss small, so I did exactly that. It's not the best example of my accuracy, but heart shot missions have always been a little tricky for me. All Bon Jovi references aside, I got 5 harvests in the process, so I came out of the woods with a nice fat stack of cash. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Fleischer 7 will challenge me to crawl around on my belly in the dark. Thanks for watching.